Hi everybody, here's a quick video tutorial on just getting around in a Blackboard course. It's not intended to be a complete explanation of everything you're going to encounter. That's best achieved by reading the syllabus and all the instructions in the course. But here is your Music 101 online course. Since we're before the semester, there is no announcement here, but this will be where you default when you first sign in, and there'll be some announcements usually. If you're from a different semester, you might have different numbers up here depending on your section or your term, but hopefully the left-hand tabs all look the same. If you're watching this video, hopefully you've already found it by clicking on the intro video, getting acquainted with your course link. The left-hand live links are the way to get around in a Blackboard course shell. It's where you want to start. I'm in as a student, or what is hopefully looking very much like what you're going to see. The pre-test is very important. You may have a specific date here if you're not from the spring 2016 term on when it closes. It's based off of the syllabus. It's critical you complete it. It's a requirement in all online classes. So it's critical you take the pre-test. I'm going to click on it and show you how to get to it. Have your syllabus handy. You may want to print it out. There is a PDF version embedded in the link below if you want to print it out, because this is a timed test. Click on the name. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, click begin, because you only get 15 minutes. It's a short test. All right, back to here's your syllabus, long in online classes. So please take the time to read it. There's the link for the PDF file. I'm not going to go through that step by step. You can read that on your own, please. Your discussion instructions are really important. You have to do a lot more than just post everything on the 5 minutes before the discussion closes to be able to earn points in our discussions. Read through them entirely, and then the dates for the different discussions for the courses will be on the bottom. The actual discussions you'll access from this link, the first discussion board, and they'll become available as time goes through the semester. Course materials, that's a real important link. That's where all of your chapter work, your quizzes, both listening and non-listening, will take place. The book is broken up into large parts, part 1 through part 7. And I've actually broken part 5 up into 2 separate parts because it's quite large. Click on the name, and that will open up individual chapters in that part. So part 1 has 12 chapters. If you already have your book, you can see that the chapters are fairly short, sometimes only 2 to 3 pages in length. Accompanying most parts, and in this case each chapter, are slide lectures, and you can also have slides only with no audio if you prefer to print them out and have them to your side, but that's really not necessary. In each section you'll have some activities to take part in. They outline the chapter for you. They give you quizzes, in this case 1 chapter quiz, and you even get some flashcards provided by the publisher. They're not required, but they are kind of interesting. They don't always load depending on your browser, depending on how busy your history or cache files are in your browser. They're not a requirement. They're actually an add-on. Back to the chapters. Sometimes you will see things called encounters. Back in chapter 11, I think is the first one. They're not, at this point, graded. We may have a discussion where we talk about what we've seen in the explore areas, but they're kind of neat because they do try to bring some of the discussion into a more current framework. Here, talking about Nirvana, Rolling Stones, bringing some of the verbiage, some of the jargon you're learning into a more modern sense. So maybe keep those handy, and as we unfold the discussions, these can be incorporated into that area. Okay, back to our left-hand tabs here. And this is just intended to be a brief overview. We do have concert requirements in this course. This link includes the instructions on how to write them, even some samples, and where to submit them. Please make sure you read through the instructions fully. Reports are due 1 week after the performance date. A few links for classical concerts, although this is not a complete list. It's a place to start. Some of our local colleges really do have the best bargains in the county. So check some of those out. You've always got a link for your grades. And Blackboard Help is very important. It'll take you to our databases that Blackboard provides for some how-tos. But we also have our own student help as well, and that can be located in the campus website through Student Services. All right, hopefully this is just, again, a general to get you going. We'll be discussing some of the things on navigating the course, even in our first discussion. So welcome to the course.